Guys! It's Kevintendo, and you're not gonna see my face cam today because we're starting a brand new series, and it might die after one episode, but I hope not! And this is called The Binding of Podcast, where I play Binding of Isaac, I do a run, and as soon as I die, we have to stop talking. Today I have my good friend Easy Lambry here. Say hi,
Hello.
Easy. Yeah.
Hi.
And we're actually gonna talk a very serious topic. We're gonna talk about the Steven Universe anti-racism commercial. My video, got lots of views and tons of dislikes, just the same as the commercial itself. So we're gonna get into that, kind of play devil's advocate, hear both sides of the argument, and just discuss. So without further ado, I'm gonna start random, and then, we'll get started. So let's see who I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be Eden. So Eden's an awesome character. You actually start with a random active item, which is the top left thingy, and then you start with random health and things like that. So I'm gonna start playing, but Easy Lambry, I'll let you take it away to start off. Oh, and a random haircut too. Look, so he's got the little mohawk, which is pretty cute. So yeah, very nice. But yeah, Easy Lambry, we'll start off with you, because I got to give my thoughts in the video itself. Obviously I really liked the commercial. I thought it was cute. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I really love the commercial. I think that it's really important to kind of make it, I don't know, like the message anti-racist, anti-racist. I think that it's a great message to have, and it gets to the point. Like it's not going around the topic kind of like other commercials kind of do and other TV shows do, but they literally straight out said be anti-racist, and I think that's a great thing. I thought the commercial was great.
I totally agree. And to that point too, obviously the election is like this week, right? It's like we're gonna know by Tuesday, I think, who's gonna be the new president or remain president. But
hopefully
like
Tuesday.
Oh, what is it called?
I said hopefully Tuesday.
Yeah. That's true, right? Because there could be like
there's all the stuff going on.
No, you're totally right. Hopefully Tuesday. But a lot of people, it's really common for them to be like, vote, right? And in reality, they're pretty much saying, hey, vote for the person that's going to make the country more loving and accepting, right? But they'll just say vote. They're not gonna say vote for Biden, or even the opposite, vote for Trump. No, they're not gonna say that. Yeah, they're not gonna say it explicitly. But to your point, right? The commercial, it got to the point. Garnet literally stuck out her finger. She said, "Don't be racist." And it was kind of like a cutesy little thing. So I got a bomb right now. I'm gonna go back and I don't really like this. So every floor you get a gold room and you get a free item. I don't like this bleeding buddy, so I'm gonna re-roll him. And this is an egg. I don't know what it does, so I'm gonna take it. Oh, Conehead. Okay. I don't really know what that does. Interesting.
By the way, I haven't played Binding of Isaac, so I don't really know what's going on.
Nice. So I'll keep kind of explaining little things here and there, if it matters. But otherwise, I'll just kind of play through the run. But it's a good game. It's still my favorite game on the Switch, and Steph and I play it pretty often. So I've been wondering, like, hey, how can I bring it back to the channel? And I think this is a good way, because we can have a little podcast, get a little discussion going, and I'm glad you're my first guest, Easy Lambry. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for hosting me.
Of course. So let's get into some of the kind of the big criticisms with it. Right now, the first big criticism is that they not only was this like a Black Lives Matter, don't be racist commercial, but it was also an LGBT commercial, right? Because because it wasn't like a black boy and a white girl. It was a black boy and a white boy. So it was, it was a 2-for-1 punch. What do you think about them including both together? Because it was a big criticism.
Well, I actually, I thought it was great that they didn't even say out loud that, like the kid who was saying, black people can't marry white people.
Oh,
the guy that said that, he didn't even say, like...
No!
Like,
Yeah, you're
like,
right.
boys can't marry boys. He didn't say that.
No, he didn't.
So I liked that they did that because it kind of I don't know, it kind of normalizes it, I guess.
Yeah.
It kind of just makes like being gay or being LGBTQ in general.
Yeah.
It kind of just makes it normal, and and like I liked how they did it, just like how they would a straight couple. So
Yeah.
I think that it's pretty good that they did that.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I mean, I could see like the sad thing about it, right, is that like I mentioned this in my reaction, but like my aunt, I'm still not gonna name names, even though probably some people would want to know who if it's like if they actually know me in real life. But yeah, she is very, 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 very conservative, and it's a sad thing because you know it's October and yet they've already started playing Christmas movies on Hallmark, which I think is like, okay, can we get through Thanksgiving first? But yeah, my aunt, I almost said her name. I'm glad I didn't. My aunt, I was at her house. I had like a few minutes before I had to get to work, and I was really hungry. So she fed me. So anyway, like she's a sweet, sweet lady, right? But you never know these like antiquated beliefs that people have, because my aunt, she is like 68 years old, and that's not an excuse, right? Because there's definitely older people who are more accepting and loving. But yeah, she literally said, "Oh, I'm so excited for Hallmark to start their movies, but I just wish they would keep it to only white people. I can't believe they made the white guy married a black girl." And I was like taken aback, because that is just, it's so sad that people feel that way, you know? Oh, Easy Lambry, this item is like an instant win. It's explosive bomb tears. So we won this one for sure. I'm gonna be able to go a little bit faster now.
Alright.
Telepills.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've had a couple of those experiences. I don't want to go into details.
Yeah, no, and you don't have
some
to.
of those experiences sometimes. And yeah, it's not great.
It's sad, right? It's sad. And so, you know, a very common comment I got was, well, you know, in the commercial, the little boy is like, that doesn't happen anymore, right? And I literally saw it happen yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but like the day before I reacted to the video. So like it still does happen. Like my aunt, Exhibit A, right? And I live in Texas, but San Antonio is like, it's more liberal than like some of the little country towns, because we have tons of little country towns, and the little country towns tend to be less, how do you say it? Well, it's like mostly white people for some reason, and that's just the way it is. Like they all moved into the little country towns.
I mean, the South was always pretty much like conservative because of like slavery and all that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And this oops. Okay. Oh no. So oh my gosh, yeah, I took 2 big hits right there. I must have picked up. Oh no, I didn't realize this. So, you know how I start off with random stuff with this character? That thing to the very right, anytime I take damage, a lot of bombs are going to appear. So it's pretty risky. This may not be a long podcast after all, because if I take any damage, so yeah, I don't know. Where do we go from there? We talked about, oh no, see, and all these bombs start appearing. Oh! Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm okay.
Oh, there's a heart right there.
Yeah, there's a heart. If I take damage right here, I'm done though. So I got a little heart. That's a bad one. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Where do we go from there? What do you think?
I don't know.
I guess
we talked about
we
we talked about like the message of being anti-racist. We talked about the LGBTQ stuff. I don't know. I know a couple people said that they didn't really like the commercial because they felt like it was a little too cheesy. And
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like the first half of the commercial, they were intentionally trying to make it cheesy because
absolutely.
They were literally just filming a commercial on a set. That was the first half of the commercial.
Yeah, they were like breaking the fourth wall, and
oh yeah.
and yeah.
And I think that what am I trying to say? Like,
know, by chance, if they're gonna be playing this one on Cartoon Network itself, or it was just like a YouTube thing?
I'm pretty sure they are because they released it on YouTube. They released it on Twitter.
Oh,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure they're airing it. I haven't watched Cartoon Network in a while, so
Gotcha.
I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure it is because it seems like something that they'd air. Because
Yeah,
I know
no.
they aired the Dove commercials.
Oh, yeah.
They aired those on TV.
And it had
So-
Stevani in it, or no?
Yeah, there were I don't remember specifically what they were called.
It might have been like a trans
short-
rights thing, right? Do you think?
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while. I don't remember it too well.
Okay.
But it pretty much had most of the same stuff with Steven Universe, like the same messages and stuff. But in I don't know, in a commercial, I guess. I have no idea. I'd have to watch it again.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, that'll be for another time, another discussion.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So another thought is that, okay, this one, because I'm just kind of like playing the devil's advocate, right? I'm trying to say what the arguments are against everything. And one argument that people brought was, okay, well, if it's for kids, well, why are you trying to force them to learn these, quote, political messages? So they say that, hey, it's the job of the parents to to be the ones to teach those lessons. What do you think about that discussion?
All right. Well, first of all, what about all the TV shows, all the books, everything with like a couple that's just a straight couple?
Yeah.
Are there millions of stuff already that have straight relationships? Aren't those already influencing children? So what's the big deal with having like a gay couple or lesbian couple in one of those books or movies?
Yeah. And that comes down to representation, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. Keep going.
So I mean, I don't really know where.
Oh, okay. Well, no, it sounded like you had more to say, but I cut you off.
But no, I don't know why they say that when in the first place they're already influencing children by showing these straight couples in
absolutely. And so
TV
there's
shows.
there's this thing, like, here's an example, right? So there's this child, like, there's this picture that goes around on Facebook sometimes and Twitter, where it's a handicapped child, right? And they have to stay in a wheelchair because they can't walk. And like, there's not very much representation for handicapped people, right? Like in movies, TV shows, like I cannot really think of hardly anyone who's in a wheelchair, right? And they were walking and they ended up seeing like a model on, like, it was like I don't know, like a Macy's billboard or something, and it was a model in a wheelchair, and it just made the little girl like cry tears of happiness because she was able to see see someone who's just like her, and that she can be beautiful and she can be strong. And so like, for thousands of years, right, or however many years, people have been making so many movies, and well, okay, obviously dating like the last 100 years or whatever, movies, right?
Yeah.
And they've always been way more often than not, representing straight people, right? And so like,
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing to have representation of something else. It's just really not. And it's sad that, and you know, there's even a comment, right? And I respect everyone's comments and everyone's opinions, but a comment said, well, I know I'm never gonna let my kid watch Cartoon Network again now. It's like, what? There's so many awesome Cartoon Network shows, right? And that's the job of the parent, to be like, okay, sure, if I don't agree with this one show, then maybe that one I wouldn't let them watch. But like, they're taking it so far that because Cartoon Network supported, like, oh, it's such blasphemy that they would support something like this. It's crazy. Like, it's really sad, honestly.
I know.
So I don't know.
Like at first, before I went on social media and I kind of started watching the news more.
Yeah.
I didn't think that there were that many racist people, that many anti-LGBT people out there.
Yeah.
And
especially because you can get, like,
shocking.
It is. It's shocking, and I think a reason is that the United States is a huge country, right? Like, there's so many different kinds of people, and like
there's people all across the world too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And the United States, you know, we like to say that we're one of the most accepting and loving countries, and yet clearly there's very many people who are still very opposed to it. So I don't know. It's kind of insane, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, this is actually going to be pretty rough if I start taking damage, because then the bombs appear and then I take even more damage. So it's like it's like a bad situation. But yeah, okay. And then also another thing you do in Isaac is when you've got the infinite bombs, it's really nice to just check all the walls, because there's a lot of secret rooms like that. So
okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'll probably just bomb out of there because I didn't want to deal with that again. Oh my goodness. Yep. Somehow I got like twisted and turned around. But yeah, the run's still doing good. Still good discussion so far.
All right.
So one thing that Easy Lambry and I wanted to talk about was the fact that one of the comments that I got was, well, I miss when Steven Universe was just not political every single second. Every episode had to be a social justice message.
What do they mean? Wasn't it always like this? Was it in season 1 where Steven and Connie fused and became Stevani?
Yeah.
Was it in season 1 where it was season 1 where in Jailbreak that showed Ruby and Sapphire. That was the first season. What do you mean it's never been like that? It was actually, I'm pretty sure, all planned before the show even aired.
Yeah.
Before they even started making episodes.
I'm pretty sure too.
I remember Ian Jones Cordery, the Rebecca Sugar's partner. He showed like a piece of paper that outlined the entire show.
Whoa.
Before they even writed the episodes.
That's amazing.
And what do you mean? It's never political. And I mean, it's not even political.
It's hard to say.
It was always like this.
Yeah.
Even before they started making the episodes.
Yeah, honestly, the fact that they had that roadmap ahead of time, I didn't even know that. That's really awesome though, and it makes sense because there's so many like hidden things, like especially about Pink Diamond, right? Like if you go back and you look and you're like, whoa, that was a foreshadowing.
That was in the outline. Yeah.
Wow.
The Pink Diamond reveal was in the outline of the show.
Oh, that's awesome
too.
Gosh, these troll bombs are kicking my butt. So these little guys, you can donate to them whatever they're asking. So this guy's asking for keys, but you can also just blow them up, and then they give you like stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they're little.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. pretty evil. Oh, okay, so that's a good segue. So the diamonds, they themselves did some pretty terrible things throughout the show. Let's talk about like the overall threat of the diamonds. Like because some people in the comments were kind of comparing them to like Hitler and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about that?
Nazis.
Yeah, like the Nazis.
I've seen that argument a lot where people are like, Steven forgave dictators.
Yeah.
He would even forgive like the Nazis or whatever.
Dang.
But no, he never
like justified their actions.
They were never forgiven. And I'm pretty sure Rebecca Sugar has said that he never forgave the diamonds for what they did.
Yeah.
So
he and there's a difference between, and that's another good point too, right? Because a lot of the comments, they're like, I shared it on Discord that I was able to convince someone who was very kind of like, and just because the thought of anti-racist, right, might mean I am going to completely hate and completely tear out of my life anyone who's racist, right? That's the thought when you hear anti-racist. And that's a very common thought, that this is a great item. It gives me damage up. People really like getting that one.
cool.
Right? And so what do you think about that, hearing that?
I forget. Did you reply to that comment, right?
Yeah. Yeah, basically so I'll tell you what my thoughts were, right? And then you can give your take on it. My thoughts were like, okay, I get what you're saying. It's really easy to just want to surround yourself with people who feel the same way as you, but it's kind of dangerous, right? Because then if you do live your life that way, but you'll never be able to teach anyone the errors of their ways if you only ever talk to people who feel the exact same way as you. And that's kind of the thought there.
Yeah, I think it's important to just completely I don't know, try to obliterate people with a different opinion than yours.
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. What you should do is you should try to teach them why it's wrong to think that way, instead of trying to just get angry at them all the time and never try to help them afterwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that I don't know, I think the message that the video says to be anti-racist, I don't think it's saying try to destroy everyone who is racist. I think it's saying be against racism itself and not the people who are racist.
Absolutely.
And you should try to teach them why being racist is not a good thing.
Yeah. And so that brings up two different segues. So it's like, which path do we go? But I'm going to go on to what you just said, right? You should try and teach them, right? And so there is one argument that I can see their side a bit, right? And that argument is, okay, you can't solve a problem just by saying, don't be racist. You know, that was their argument, right? But my reply to that is, they're not, like, Steven Universe and Cartoon Network aren't claiming that this one commercial is going to solve racism. Like, that's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
No one's saying that. What they are saying, and it's why I'm really, really taking this opportunity to, like, drag this out, right? What they are saying is that there needs to be more discussions. There's more discussions that need to be had. And, like, it's it's been so good. It's been so good. We've had so many comments from both sides, right? And some of them have been kind of hostile, because you're always gonna get people who are like, you know, and I don't even know if we should get into some of the super hostile comments, but when you can have those good conversations with people, like, oh, it's awesome. That's all the commercial's trying to do. It's not trying to fix the problem like Garnet's just gonna wave your finger and fix it. Like, they're not claiming that, you know?
Yeah, they're not trying to fix the problem themselves. They're trying to encourage other people to start talking about the problem, start trying to fix the problem, and telling them about it. It's just gonna encourage them more.
Absolutely.
So I think that. So yeah, they're not trying to get rid of racism all by themselves. They're trying to get the message out there, and they're trying to encourage other people to help fix the problem.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
What would you say to Easy Lambry to how do you think they could have done the commercial better if you could have been in that like planning meeting, or maybe even a round 2, right? Because one of the comments even said that this is like a series. It's not a one-off. There's gonna be more on racism and on you know. So what direction do you think they can go to like the next step? Okay, they got the conversation started. What do you think a good next step would be?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They might talk about like ways you can be anti-racist in the next few commercials.
Yeah. Do you think they'll go with the same characters? Like, it's just a random prediction?
I think there'll be like different like characters, not just Garnet, but like Steven.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
They're on the logo for the
for the campaign.
Yeah, for the campaign. They're on the logo.
Interesting.
So I'm pretty sure that there will be more commercials where they'll talk about being anti-racist more, trying to tell people how to be anti-racist and how they can spread the message.
Yeah. And I think too
episodes.
Yeah, so one thing that people were saying too is like, of course, it's a white boy who's always the villain, and that like, personally, I'm okay with that if that was true.
Yeah.
Because like, we kind of have done some really bad stuff over history, so I'm honestly okay with it. But
yeah, me too.
yeah, I'm like, hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you know, it would maybe be good for the next one, right, to have a different race, right, and for it to be like a different topic. Because I brought this up, right, because some people had problems with the marriage, right? Okay, they're little kids. Who's gonna get like, oh, I want to marry you someday? Well, it does happen, and I'll go into the story a little bit more than I did in my comments, but I was in 2nd grade. And there was a girl that I had a little crush on. Her name was Hannah, and she had glasses and blonde hair, just to describe her a little bit. And she and I liked each other, and we said, hey, we're gonna get married on the playground. And so I don't remember very much about it, but we got married on the playground. And so that kind of stuff does happen. Little kids do. Yeah. You know, they emulate what they see, right? Like, I've always been like a kid who, you know, my parents make me go to church and stuff when I was little, and so I would like at my grandma's house, my cousin and I, Rachel, we would like pretend to be the pastor, and we would like do like a pretend service in her back room. And we would use the treadmill as like the altar, like the table where you put the communion, the bread and the wine and stuff. And so like kids just do that. They just emulate things, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that part of the argument is pretty silly. it's pretty silly to say that, you know, kids wouldn't ever say something like that, like, we're gonna get married. Then again, right, it wasn't even, like, they weren't really saying that. That was part of their commercial anyway. And then, do you remember what Garnet said at the end?
No, I
basically, Garnet's, like, kind of giving them, giving them trouble, like, okay, you two.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll see you at the wedding.
Like, when's your wedding?
Yeah, exactly. And that's, like, so cute, you know, because she has the future vision from Sapphire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Oh, whoa. I gotta pause for a sec. Because maybe I'm stupid and I just got this, but is the fact that Ruby and Sapphire were different, like, species, is that akin to the race? Could you see it that way? Like, because it was pretty much forbidden, right?
They're not different species. They're different gems.
Gems. Thank you. Yeah. I'm glad you're here, Easy Lambry.
Oh, maybe. Dude, I think you're right.
Right? Cause, like,
I think you're right. Cause on Homeworld, the only fusions were fusions that
of the same kind,
the same gen.
Yeah.
The same gem.
Exactly.
I think you're right.
I didn't even
realize that.
No, I didn't either. So, like, that's like season 1 stuff. Like, and for them to be saying,
I don't think it's season 1.
Oh,
no.
I mean, like, Ruby with Sapphire.
Oh, yeah, that, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, it was so, you know, it was just so crazy to find out that she was a fusion, and then, like, okay, these are 2 different gems. Thank you. Yeah, not species, gems. Because what would the species? They're just like alien species, I guess.
Yeah, I think the species is just gems.
Okay.
I don't know. They're sentient gems. I have no idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Sentient rocks.
Yeah, sentient rocks. Just now we got into the womb. We beat our mom, and now we're going deep into her womb. It's very strange.
Yeah, I
don't know how that works.
Hearing you saying that out loud.
Yeah, but it was in self-defense. She was told by God that God wants her to kill us, and then basically at the last second, God came down and was like, "Nope, you're not gonna kill Isaac," and then we killed her.
This is a weird.
It sounds like Steven Universe, right? You have to.
What?
My mom is me, like.
Oh.
Like, wasn't that was such a crazy reveal, right? Like.
Oh yeah.
There's so many amazing things about Steven Universe, and it's just the tip of the iceberg that, like, from the get-go, there, like you're saying, right, there was this plan that, you know, the authority of the diamonds, right, question the authority. You don't have to do what you're like, maybe this is not the message, right, but it's a possible message. You don't have to do what, like, your parents force you to do, right? Like, my parents really forced me and wanted me to become a doctor, right? And so, like,
yeah,
I went to college and I started off as a biology major and I gave it a shot, right? But there was a point where it was like, no, I don't want to do this. This is not what I want for my life, right? And so, like, you could see that, like the diamonds programming all of the gems, like Pearl, for example, right? Pearl's, like, probably the best example. And do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, like how pearls were assigned. They had to be like their slaves, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the personal servant, right? Like the defendant,
yeah.
like lay down your life, and you really hear that in the song. Oh my goodness. When she's teaching Connie, right? Mm-hmm. And you do it for her, and then you do it for me. How does it go again?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. But anyway, like, and you
What song
do
were you
it
even trying?
again.
Uh, do. You do it for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You do it for her.
I don't
That is
remember
to
the
say,
lyrics. I
you
remember
do
the
it for
tunes.
him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that song.
Right? And like, it's like it was kind of like it was one of those first big moments in the series where it was like, whoa, there's something more here. There's something going on, because why is Pearl so like, why is Pearl telling Connie she has to like give up her life for Steven? Like, that's a little extreme.
Pearl literally gave up her life for Pink Diamond / Rose Quartz.
Yes. Oops.
Like, even when Pink wasn't, or sorry, when Rose wasn't Pink Diamond anymore, she was still kind of her Pearl. She was still kind of her servant.
Yeah.
So.
And just now on my Steven Universe lo-fi, the song "Isn't It Over? It's Over, Isn't It? Isn't It Over?" And like, that was such a beautiful episode and a beautiful moment where she realized, okay, Steven isn't Pink Diamond, you know?
Yeah.
And like, it's just insane.
It is.
So she basically had such an identity crisis, being able to pull away from, I was created to be the servant to the diamonds, to be a slave, but I don't want to do that, and I don't have to do that. So like, that was kind of the message. And then remember in Future, when she met the other Pearl, and she had a really hard time.
Oh.
Remember that?
Pink Pearl.
Yeah. She had a hard time that other Pearl, she actually wanted to be a slave, right? She was happy. So like, that's so not everyone's going to fit that mold, and not everyone's going to, honestly, maybe their parents want them to be a doctor and they're fine with that, right? Maybe it goes perfectly. Yeah. But that's kind of the message, right? Like, and I think that speaks against the anti-racism argument that, like, because if Steven Universe was that way, right, then Pearl wouldn't, like, she would just never rest until that other Pearl accepted it, right? But she gave up. She said, okay, you know, this isn't for everybody. Well, that's not how I would handle it. Like, that, I'm just gonna let it go, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so I mean, there's a lot that can be said when it comes to, okay, the commercial itself, it could have done things a little differently, sure. Okay, this room's kind of tough. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Let me see. I think I'm gonna blow a bomb so that I can just run straight over here. There we go. Yeah, so Isaac's really cool because, like, you can take different paths, you can approach things differently, just like Zelda Breath of the Wild did it really good. And you played A Link Between Worlds, right, Easy Lambry? On the 3DS?
No,
you didn't play that one.
I didn't. No.
It's good.
I haven't really played any Zelda games. I've only played like part of Link Awakening.
Oh,
like,
okay.
the very, very beginning of Breath
on
of
the
the Wild,
Switch?
But I haven't really played. Yeah.
Oh,
I
the DX
really
one?
any.
Nice.
Yeah.
So this really now you might be confused, right? Now we already fought Mom. Now we're fighting ourselves. We're fighting Isaac. Yeah. So this is the Isaac fight. And I kind of wish it was more like, hey, you have explosives, so Isaac has explosives, but no matter what items you have, Isaac's like, he's got the same loadout. I think it would be a little more epic, kind of like a dark, cause in Zelda, you fight yourself, Dark Link.
Okay.
And
I didn't know that as a spoiler.
Oh no, it's in a lot of them, but yeah, I guess a little bit of a spoiler. So this is kind of like that, like you're fighting your inner demons. Yeah, exactly. I'm very happy because I was unsure if we'd even make it this far, but yeah, I think we'll be able to win, which is very nice. Right now we're into a chest, and that's really confusing too. But you get a lot of good items now. This is a good one, sacrificial dagger.
Okay.
And I'll change these other ones. I like this one. When you take damage, you're gonna... Oops! I didn't like that one. I accidentally took a bad one. Okay.
Oh.
So, I don't know. Do you want to, like... I don't know. It's tough to say, like, where we should go with the discussion from here, because we've talked about a lot of good stuff. I honestly didn't think I was gonna last this long.
Man, you're too good at the game.
Oh! This is the one. Anytime you explode, you no longer take damage from explosions, but you heal yourself. So now I got the one item that means it's impossible to lose now. I can just go on autopilot.
Kevin,
I'm just gonna spam explosions.
It's gonna go on for years. Kevin.
Well,
maybe sitting here talking about Steven Universe.
I know. I can't lose. I'm taking damage because you can lose your soul hearts, the gray ones, but you can't lose. I mean you can lose hearts, right? But this will heal you. It's such a good item. If I can just get one more health up, then I'll be set. So I still gotta play kind of carefully, but we won for sure. Like, cause now I'm not gonna be hurting myself or anything. So, oh wait, I forgot too. There's if you take 3 addicted pills, you get another upgrade. So let me go back and get that other one. Let me take this one. And where is it? Oh, do you see him? He's just like shaking. He's really, don't take drugs, kids. That's kind of what's going on there. Okay. I don't know. What about we talk about some more of the songs, like any of the songs that we can think of? Cause I've just been this whole time. You haven't been able to hear, right, the songs that are playing.
Yeah, I haven't been able to hear them.
Oh, right now is the. What is that? And right here, and it's That's a beautiful
Peridot
one.
and Steven.
Yeah, that was Garnet singing to Stevani, right? Or no?
No. Oh, yeah, I was thinking the wrong song. Yeah, I was getting them mixed up. Yeah. Oh, that song.
What is that one called?
That song. I forget what it's called.
Here Comes a Thought. Is it just called Here Comes a Thought?
I think so.
Take a moment and
that's
think
what it's
just.
called.
Yeah. It's probably just called Here Comes a Thought because it says that in it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wiki.
Oh, nice.
Wiki.
Yeah, and what was the theme of that song? Like, obviously, Stevani was like having kind of an identity crisis, right? Oh no, that one was about Stevani went on the date, right? And the guy was a total jerk. Do you remember that?
To like the Kevin in Steven Universe.
Yeah, it was Kevin.
Bad Kevin.
He was a jerk. Why do Kevins always gotta be jerks? in Ed, Edd n Eddy, cause you've seen that show, right?
I haven't.
Oh, but you're a Cartoon Network fan. You gotta watch it.
I know.
At least some of it. But
yeah, I've mostly watched modern.
Yeah, modern Cartoon Network. I promise you, Easy Lambry, I'm going to watch Infinity Train. I'm going to watch it.
Yes, please.
I promise.
Watch it. Please watch it, Kevin. Everyone else who's watching, please watch Infinity Train. It's such a good show. It's on HBO Max.
Yeah, Easy Lambry periodically begs HBO Max to renew it, right?
Yeah.
Like every couple weeks, right?
Trending like a bunch of times on Twitter. Like,
wow.
Renew Infinity Train. Renew Infinity Train.
Uh-oh, this is terrible. This is really bad. This is actually pretty bad. I might die here. This might be the end right here.
Uh-oh.
I might die right here.
Oh,
I lost all my gray hearts. I lost all of them. Oh, but you know what? Dark Bum, he's about to give me a lot of, because he takes the red hearts and gives you the gray soul hearts. So he's about to lay out a couple good things. What? What? He just keeps laying out more red hearts. Why?
Oh.
That is so weird. Oh, right now Spinel is singing to the diamonds. Come on, come on, come on. I might die right here, honestly. If I take one hit, I'm done, so. I was doing so well, but I went into that room and I pressed all the buttons. You're usually not supposed to press the buttons because they can hurt you. I made a mistake. I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Okay.
Oh, no.
I'm okay. If I take one non-explosive hit, I will die. So that's what the stakes are. We're about to wrap this up. Because a lot of things can damage you, but again, at least the explosion. Oh, okay. So it's these guys again, but it's not in a tiny, tiny room. So I won't die from these guys now. It was too overwhelming in a tiny room. It's fine in this kind of room though, because there's a ton of space. I don't know. I guess just any closing thoughts, because we're pretty much done. If like I said, I'm about to die, or even if I win, like this is the last floor anyway. Depending on the path you take.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's tough to say, right? Because like it's the first time we're doing this podcast. We're kind of just winging it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, right? Like, you know, we can't really address every single comment that people said. We just did our best to like hit some of them. And
some of the most important ones.
Yeah, some of the most important ones. You know, if anyone is actually listening to this whole thing at the very end, oh, this is a nice one. It's a Pope hat. And by the way, the Pope gave his blessing for
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome, right?
For gay.
Yep.
For gay people.
I know.
Yeah.
And people they're like, oh man, because there's one comment that was talking about, you know, the Bible. Oh, that's a good thing to finish on. I'll just give my spiel about the Bible, right? Because I am a Christian.
Okay.
I am a Christian. And I'm about to die right here. I'm just gonna give as much as the spiel I can before I die. I'm about to die.
Okay. You do it, Kevin.
I'm a Christian, and the Bible does say some stuff about, you know, oh, it has to be only a woman, not a man. Oh, I won. It has to be only a man, not a woman. But all of that stuff is in the Old Testament. That applies to the Jewish priests. Last I checked, most people aren't Jewish priests. So that stuff really doesn't apply to us anymore. It's a different time. It was to a different people. God loves all people equally. So don't even start with a biblical, oh, well, the Bible says this and that about gay people. They're going to hell. That's the stupidest thing ever. The end. Anything else to close with, Easy Lambry?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Easy Lambry, for joining me. We're gonna leave his YouTube channel in the description, so make sure you go subscribe to him. Thank you for joining me, man. Did you think of anything else though?
Yeah, if anyone wants to leave a comment below, I mean, I'll respond. I'll try to respond.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We'll keep the discussion going. You can talk to us on Discord too. We had like a really insane amount of people join the other day, so we had to make it a little bit more secure. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. We will catch you next time. Hope you can keep on watching. I've got Steven Universe reactions and a playlist of Steven Universe covers if you want to hear those. And like I said, check out Easy Lambry's channel. Thank you so much for joining me today, Easy Lambry.